Fam 305. Yes, we live. The Fam 305. Take a ride. The Fam 305. Yes, all night. The Fam 305. Let's get right. The Fam 305. Sit back and take a ride. The Fam 305. Let Guru pick your mind. The Fam 305. Mama G ready all the time. The Fam 305. K-Dub sniping on the right. The Fam 305. Dre talking ish all night. The Fam 305. Like, share, and subscribe. The Fam 305. The Fam 305. The Fam 305. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, no pa tanto. No pa tanto. Hey, no pa tanto. Hey, no pa tanto. No pa tanto. No pa tanto. No pa tanto.
There you go.
All right, y'all. Here's your host for tonight for the Fam 305 podcast.
Yeah, that's horrible when people don't come. That's the worst. No pa tanto.
All right, you guys know who I am. It's Guru from the Fam 305. This is a special episode. No, I'm not with anyone else. It's just me. How I am with some special friends from the Big P. I got some friends here. It's a Saturday night, and we're here just hanging out, drinking some Oktoberfest. I'm going to introduce my kind of round table of people here. First, I got Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, man. Good. And also, I got Mr. Martin. We're going to call him Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, how are you doing tonight? He said he's fine. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is fine. He said he's fine. And ladies, he is fine, okay? Bushy beard. You know how you ladies like beards? This guy's got it. He's got a wonderful
I wish I could have
one.
a beard like that, honestly. Shit, dude.
I know,
I
but
got
you
the full
can.
baby face.
You
No,
can't grow it?
I don't think so. I can get like a shitty mustache, but that's
But no
about it.
beard.
No beard. I'll get like random like hairs and shit. Like I
It
get
just
long
grows
hair
all
here.
over, but
Yeah, it's just
nothing.
shit. Yeah. So I just shave.
And that voice is another good-looking chap. That's the Canadian. How you doing, Canadian?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good, good. And finally, we have the Godfather.
How's it going, man?
He don't.
Against the family, man.
Is that Italian or Jamaican? What is that? Yeah, man. Good, man. We won't cross you. Trust me. We know better. Anyone with your name, you already know.
I got family everywhere, man.
Yeah, you can be sleeping with the fishes. So I wanted to bring these guys on today, and they're all guys. Sorry, no girls. All the girls ran away. They didn't want to hang out with us. We're drinking, so I wanted to record this. I wanted to talk about the craziest shit that we've ever encountered in the store. Meaning questions, encounters. You know, I've worked for this store 25 years, and it's the Big P. I'm not going to mention the name, but you guys can start to the P, ends with an X. So, you know, and I'm going to go around the, we're outside. And I just want to ask you guys, what is the craziest shit you ever heard or seen, Joe?
Somebody asked me which door the exit was. Start with that one.
Wait.
I was bagging, and a lady came up to me and asked, "Hey, what door is the exit?"
They didn't think the same door they came in through, or
Yeah, like,
I said, whichever one you feel like.
there's a fire exit in the back. You just go ahead and push it open. See what happens.
I told her I like to go through the window, but
so, like, was she very old?
relatively.
Okay, so let's chalk that up to being maybe she's a little off. Was it like on one of the senior days? Because, you know, there are days where they bring them in. Do you remember? Was it like
It was just one of those everyday things.
Okay, so, I mean, yeah. I mean, we all who doesn't get lost every now and then in the store, right?
Yeah.
If I can't find my way out of the store, I don't want to be shopping anymore. I don't want to be shopping anymore. Get me out, man. Put me in a home. How the fuck did I drive here?
Like,
Take me out.
yeah, the crazy, not crazy, but it happens all the time, and it happened today. And you guys have all had this happen to you. I'm on the aisle, and the customer walks up. And she's looking to shovel. I'm like, can I help you? She goes, yeah, where's the ricotta cheese? And I'm like, yeah, it's over on aisle 1 with the cheese. And she looks at me bewildered, like, but I'm like, no, it's been there for like 4 or 5 years. She goes, oh, they get me every time. And I'm like, okay, bye now. But like, how do you not like? Especially if you're a new customer, I get it. But these customers have been here, and they're still asking me that same fucking question.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Ricotta
Have we not
cheese
had
is
that?
The worst thing in dairy is
Ricotta.
cheese.
Yeah.
The worst
No?
part is when they try to argue with you about it.
Like what? Like, oh yeah, no, it was here. I know it was
I
here.
was like, I was here last week and it was
remember-
right here. You guys just moved the store. I was like, we didn't.
No.
but-
Okay.
I remember
Disagree.
leveling aisle 2 once, and someone asked me, "Oh, I thought the bread was here." And I said, "It was 6 years ago."
Yeah.
Like, no, it was last week. I know for sure. I was just here. I was like, oh yeah, no, I wasn't though. I wasn't working last week. I haven't been working at all.
Sal, can you think of any crazy incidents in the store? You've been here about what? About a year and a half now? 2 years?
Just recently, I had like these group of girls. You know, they were like maybe 3 girls
How old?
actually. Youngins.
Yeah.
Youngins.
Yeah. They legal?
Now,
Were they legal?
No, they were
Okay.
illegal. So
They were illegal,
I
okay.
couldn't really get it.
All right. But let's
You
okay.
know, so,
Moving on. But yeah.
So
So,
what
they asked?
happened was, okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was done with my float, getting ready to go, and they would not let me through.
What do you mean? Like you were on one of the frozen aisles,
I
right?
was in one of the frozen aisles,
And they were
would
like-
not let me through.
And they were blocking you?
They were blocking me. They
Uh-oh.
were like,
What'd they say?
"Do you know the whip?" I was thinking, "The whip, Cool Whip, or what?"
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, cool. Whip.
No,
No.
no, not the whip, not the Cool Whip. So
Trying to get you to dance in the aisle? Is that what it is?
it was a little dance. It was a little wrist action.
Yeah,
actually.
man.
I was like, wait, okay. They were like,
They were looking for a whip.
No.
they were looking for the not
They
the
wanted
whip.
him to dance.
It's a.
They wanted you to
wanted me to
dance. I'm
do
sorry. I'm
like
old.
this.
I'm old.
Really?
Okay.
They
I'm
wanted
sorry.
me to do some kind of wrist action,
Yeah.
you know, like a wrist snap.
They want you to do this or something
Yeah,
for them.
that was the whip.
Were
For
they,
them.
like for like entertainment?
So yeah,
you, man.
So
And they
I
wouldn't let
did-
you go until you did it.
So I did it. I answered their question, and they let me through. Like, yeah, okay.
Was it like a TikTok where they're recording this?
Yeah,
Sometimes
did they
they do
record
it.
you?
No.
Okay,
no,
sometimes they
this
do
is
this
awful.
shit.
Yeah,
they, the
sometimes
kids are
they
doing
just-
it.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
So you got propositioned to do a whip, and they wouldn't let you leave. Can you gone the other way?
Nope.
What do you mean, surrounded
Surrounded
you?
your ass.
Oh,
So why didn't you just walk the other way?
there were other customers in the way. I couldn't get through.
Just run him
How
over.
good was your whip though?
But
Apparently it was good enough. You got out.
They were impressed.
Really?
That was kind
good.
of fun, though.
So you got propositioned to do a little dance on the aisle
Like, hey,
by
tell-
3
tell your
underage
mothers
girls.
about
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
Man, this could have went a lot of different ways, but since they're underage, we're just gonna say okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nigel, could you think of anything? And you've been here about a year too, right? 2 years. Any incidents, anything. I don't care how crazy, non-crazy, something. You gotta have something. Go ahead,
I
Nigel.
was leveling the chips on 7 on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
And this old lady walks up and was just like, I like it when men get on their knees for me. So I just kind of stop what I'm doing and look up. I'm like, what?
She likes the beard.
I'm telling you, it's the beard,
It is.
bro.
I think it is, man. It does look good.
Did you respond? Like, did you like,
I'd be
okay?
kind of
Or you just
dumbfounded,
kind of
you
like,
know?
Just stared at her, confused beyond.
Like, did you actually hear it right? Kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I heard it right. She then walked away.
oh, she
and I
just,
never-
and she just kept going.
Oh, that's great.
And now how old was this lady?
Probably like 60, 70.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, they need love too now. Don't think that because they're old, they're not, you
Could get
know.
a nice sugar mama, you know?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's a
Yeah.
lady that comes in that always asks me if I'm praying every single time
Oh, when you're like on the floor.
when I'm on
I
my
hate
knees.
that fucking.
Even if I'm not,
Is it the
she'll
beard-
be
it's
like,
the
"Oh, have you
beard."
prayed today?
No, it's
It's
this,
the beard.
It's the joke when you're on your knees. Oh, you're praying. Good for you. It's like when a customer, like when something's not scanning up at the register, and they'll go, "Oh, is it free?" Then it's the same fucking joke you keep hearing after some time.
You're on
It's
your
so
knees.
annoying.
Are you praying?
Like when you help a customer find some. Oh, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. You hear it like 900 times. And the
Oh
shit
my
gets
God!
old.
Yes,
And they
that's
laugh
the
their
number.
ass off. You're
Yes.
like, oh,
Yes.
and you try to walk
remember,
away.
Yes,
It's horrible.
Yes.
I remember I was filling the paper once, and there was a kid hiding behind the paper towels.
It was this.
Oh, shit.
The shelf was not like very empty. I'm sure
The
for him to
back
do
was
that.
empty, so I was kind of like pushing him.
And then you just saw him, and he jumped out like a fucking spider monkey.
That's great. That's great.
Really?
Yeah, he was. I guess he was hiding from his brother running around.
So you
Oh,
see
they-
that shit in Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sam's
Yeah.
Club. You can definitely. Anything else? Anything else? I mean, God, there's got to be plenty of stories, guys. Come on, you got more than.
There was that lady painting her toenails by the makeup.
Oh, I remember that
that's
night.
nice.
Yeah.
She was painting her toenails.
Yes.
Wait, is that the one that sits out here kind of crazy and
Yeah.
she's fucking lost?
She turned out being the
Older
same
lady?
one that I saw passed out on Thursday by the
Oh my
stop
god.
sign.
What the
Older lady, right?
Yeah.
Oh my, she was painting her nails, just sitting there like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had a lady last week threaten to punch another customer in the face.
Okay, so how did it?
That's
Were
nice.
you there at the beginning of the conversation, or you? Okay, so what happened? Like, what were they arguing over?
She was on aisle 7 asking me for help finding veggie straws.
Okay.
A certain flavor that we don't have. But
Of course, we never have. We don't have, right? And they get mad about that.
she wasn't even mad at me about that. She was fine with that. So I had the float. I was standing next to it. Then her cart was in front of me, blocking the aisle.
Right.
This guy walks around the corner and just slams his cart into hers multiple times, trying to get it away.
Okay, so was this an older dude doing this?
It's always the old people.
Not
just-
really. He didn't have.
But why? He just didn't care. Like, just said, "Fuck it, I'm trying to get through."
There was something wrong with him.
Oh, okay. Was
I
this?
don't
okay.
know what. It's not my place to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was something wrong with him.
Yeah.
But
Somebody
he
to
kept
do
trying
that.
to shove it, and the cart wouldn't move because my stomach was there. So he was shoving the cart into me.
Oh Jesus.
Eventually, I grabbed
I'd
it
get
and
mad.
pulled it further toward me so I could get past. And the lady's just like, "You need to say something." Like, man, I'm not allowed to.
At some point, I think you can.
And
At some point, they'll have your back.
Yeah.
You can't
Jim
be
will
like
have you.
fucking pushed down on the ground and being that's
well,
assaulted.
it didn't
or
hurt.
battered.
It
I
wasn't
know,
like-
but
still.
he still made contact with you. He could say, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me." He didn't say anything like
He
that.
said nothing.
He just
until a
kept
few
trying to
minutes
get
after.
past you.
Yeah, he eventually got past. She was saying I need to go see if he's okay or something, which I eventually did. I walked over and he just ignored me. And no matter what I was saying, I was like, "Sir, are you okay? Do you need me to get you someone or something?"
Right.
He just ignored me. I went back to the lady, and she keeps going on. Then she's like, "Oh, look, he's coming back." He turned around and was coming back. So she was standing in front of
Ready to
him
run you over again.
with the cart in front of him. She was standing behind it, and the guy just ran into the cart again. And the lady said, like, "Sir, are you okay? Do you need me to call someone? Did you drive here?" And he was like, "Get the fuck out of my way."
Oh, what?
He
the
said that to
fuck?
you.
No, to the
To
lady.
the lady.
Jesus.
Man.
Several times
Wow.
while shoving the cart.
Wow.
Eventually, the lady is just like, "Sir, you need to leave."
And this is an associate. I mean, this is a customer.
This is a customer telling
This ain't
another
an employee
customer.
doing this.
No, I was the only one there at the time.
Yeah.
Eventually, she moved out of the way. The guy went to a register to check out, and she turned to me and was like, "You need to get a manager." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." I ran away. I found a customer service assistant manager.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh, Jay. I'm sorry.
No, you were
Don't
right.
Don't matter.
You were right.
Remember I told you? Oh, Platinum. Oh, God. No.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Finish the story,
Hey, not
and
for
we'll
you.
introduce the next guy. Go ahead.
I went to her. She got another customer service person to call. The actual manager is Jeff at the time.
Jay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Keep going.
He went over and the lady started demanding him to say something to the guy, but the guy was already leaving.
Cheers, man. Yeah, cheers.
But he said that he couldn't do anything because the guy was already leaving, and he didn't do it in front of him.
Right.
So
Yeah,
he's
he didn't
okay
witness
with it.
anything. Yeah, you really can't.
The lady went, "So it'd be okay if I just went out in the parking lot and decked him."
Holy shit.
And she had said that to me too in the aisle. Eventually, nothing came of it, but that lady was mad.
That lady wanted to fucking take
She
something out.
wanted to kill that guy, and probably me too for not doing anything about it. But
Wow. Yeah, there are there's stories like people being very belligerent and having to force people out. I've seen people getting tackled. This is back in the day, not nowadays.
I see old
from,
ladies hit
theft and
baggers
shit.
with canes and stuff.
Why? Because they're not.
Yeah, because they're putting they're bagging things wrong. And they're trying to take over. They're like, "Get off my bag!" Like,
Get off me! So we got a new addition. He doesn't currently work for the Big P, but he used to, right? You didn't for a short
I
time.
did,
you
yeah. Yeah, for like 4 years.
What are we gonna call him?
Just Gorilla's good, I think.
Gorillas.
Yeah.
We're gonna call him Gorillas. Gorillas, what's
The
going
vanilla
on, man?
gorilla.
What's going on? Not much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about the crazy shit that happens in the Big P. We don't call it the actual name. I like to leave that out.
Big P.
Call it the Big P because it's a very big company.
I don't know if you were there at the time for this, but back in the other store, Stewart there,
Somewhere.
right when they started, when COVID first started,
Oh God.
it was down in produce or something. I wasn't there to see it all, but I guess two customers got too close to each other.
Oh, here we go. The COVID.
So there
Yes.
was one
Yes.
old lady and just some like middle-aged guy, and the guy got too close to her, and he was just an asshole about it, and she got so mad over it, she ended up like opening some strawberries, and just started throwing them at him.
Because they
I
got
don't know if you were
too
there
close.
for that. Yeah. And he wouldn't apologize for it, so she just ended up throwing fruit at him.
Get away! Get
And just
away!
screaming at the guy. And they both had to be escorted out, yeah.
When they had the arrows on the floors, a customer came up to me to complain about another customer because they went the wrong way.
Yeah.
No,
that was all the
yeah,
time.
we got that.
Oh,
a
those
lot.
arrows are fucking
Or
terrible.
people like, I don't know what to tell you,
Oh my
man.
God.
There was always one
Fuck
that
yeah.
walks
So
backwards.
stupid.
Go the other way. Like, what do you want me to do?
Think about a traffic cop here.
Right, I know.
What do you want me to do? Give him a ticket?
That's an interesting perspective too, because like not many people get to hear about like the grocery store employee
During
No.
experience during that time.
Yeah, right.
It was hell, yeah.
It was crazy. Like you guys have what? Were you working there during the COVID?
Yeah, dude. I was up at the front desk, so I was making those stupid ass announcements they had.
What did they? I forget. What were the
It's
announcements?
like, thank you for practicing social distancing, and
yeah.
please follow the arrows in the aisles,
10
shit like that. Every 15
And
minutes.
nobody followed it. Yeah.
Dude, clockwork. They come up to you and yell at you if you miss one of
You
the.
didn't make the announcement. What's wrong with you? We're gonna die.
Make the announcement. We didn't hear it.
Say it louder.
Say it louder. Yeah, I mean, like fucking shelves were wiped.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh
no
my
paper. The meat department. There was a time
Remember,
being where we didn't have any meat. It was always
yeah.
like, and anything we got would fucking get sold.
oh yeah, immediately.
When we couldn't get that hand sanitizer in and the soap,
Oh
they
my
brought in that like knockoff soap that.
Buy pallets of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All that shit, and then
Sold.
eventually it ends up on a display. It didn't sell. I mean, months and months later,
Like-
you see it sitting there.
You'd think our
Yeah.
profits would have went down at some point when our shelves are so empty, but it was just kept going up.
Kept going
we
up,
kept
right?
selling more even though there's nothing there. Like meat department, there's like nothing in the shelves at all. There's no meat, maybe like one pork chop for the whole entire day, but somehow they're still selling everything.
Like I remember,
Like everything is still up.
I remember like on Saturday mornings we had our grocery HV truck. You guys I know didn't work in the mornings. You might have just started, but they would bring in the paper. So it would come off the truck and the manager would take it out to the aisle. Literally, they wouldn't make it to the shelf. As soon as we're dropping the pallet, we're opening the boxes and customers are sitting there waiting and fucking taking the paper out of the
Yeah.
boxes. Or as soon as we're putting it on the shelf, they're taking it and they're lining up.
Yeah,
so
we-
within an hour, paper was gone.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be no paper.
Yeah.
At some
Yeah,
point
I
we said
remember
fuck
that.
the shelves, didn't
Right.
even put it on the shelf. You just wheeled it out
Wheel
there
it out,
in your little
drop-
cart,
yeah,
leave
yeah.
it there and say fucking buy it.
Yep.
They wouldn't care what the price was.
It's like a hurricane almost. Like,
Yeah,
it's worse.
It,
It was
yeah,
much worse.
it was like an
Yeah,
extended.
because it was much longer. Yeah, it was just
then-
like
It was for like 2-3 months. I
Uh-huh.
remember it was that spring going into the summer. It was just
So
like
you were in
nonstop.
Miami, right?
No, it was here.
Did you? Did you experience Hurricane Andrew?
Yes,
back then?
but I had not started at Publix yet.
Okay.
I started the year after, but yeah, that was Andrew. But hurricane scares, we can talk about that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Segue. I mean, you guys ever worked a hurricane scare?
Did one
I've,
here.
I've worked like
One?
3 or
No.
4.
I don't
No.
remember.
I've
3 or
worked like
4?
3 or 4. Yeah.
Sal, no.
Not for Publix, at least.
Like
No.
Oh yeah.
Not
I remember being I was a bagger for like 2 of them.
Big
and
P,
I was
Big
in
P.
grocery for
Hey,
like
you did
one
it
of them.
too.
I did. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to edit that part out.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
it, okay.
blurt these out.
I always do it. I always make a mistake. But yeah, so
Um,
continue.
I remember
Joe.
like just bringing just the pouch water just straight to the front, leaving them there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you
just
drop
taking
everything,
it.
yeah.
You're just dropping pallets
Wouldn't
and
have to put
fucking
prices
taking
on
it.
it. They
Nope.
just buy it. Yeah.
They didn't care as long as it was water or like canned vegetables,
Yeah, anything.
canned meats.
But I also
Anything
remember
fucking just.
coming here as a kid before hurricanes. Before I even worked here, the shell was empty. Like
I started at this store, the store we're at currently. I started a week after one of those hurricane scares. I can remember filling up the shelves, like empty shelves, and those are bad trucks to fill
There was
because those are big trucks. I mean, there's a lot of product you have to put out. The shelves are
Oh
empty.
yeah. Oh, and you can't find anything because everything's empty.
Right, so you're
Oh,
looking
you
for
just
the
fucking
tags
Out there for an hour looking for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a coworker that was here during that, and
For Andrew?
he told me.
Oh yeah,
that,
D.
He told me that
Brah,
uh,
brah.
before we had like generators,
He was here for that. Yeah, I know he was here.
they
for
had to
him.
throw everything out in the store.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh god.
fuck.
Yeah.
Everything
All that, yep.
refrigerated and frozen.
Yep. They'd bring in these huge. They bring in these huge dumpsters.
That's the
and
meat,
they'd sit on the
deli.
back and you'd
About that.
fucking throw everything out.
Frozen dairy.
That's why all the stores now have generators.
Yeah, well,
I think it was back in 05, 06. That's when we got all the hurricanes. You guys were probably really young, but we got all these hurricanes that came through. And a lot of the Publix got damaged and they lost product. And now every store, every Publix has a generator. Because they don't want that shit to happen again. Yeah. Buddy's drinking Platinum.
Shit's good.
I just had one that one night. I was like, nah, this is dangerous.
Let's not talk about the IPA night. You had 2, you're fucking gone. I thought I had to drive you
I
home.
was like 6, bro. I had like 6.
I thought I was gonna have to drive you home that
Nah, bro, I'm good.
night. Yeah.
I could drive
Started
home.
preaching to us.
Yeah, you were getting there. Yeah, you were fucked up. Your face was red.
It was a hot night, bro. It was really hot
Yeah.
that night. It's like fucking 85 degrees at 11
Shit.
o'clock. Yeah, well.
I got a story.
Okay.
okay.
Please do. The floor is yours.
So we had this lady come in complaining that one of the chemical items that was bagged spilled all over her food because it was bagged with other regular food.
They shouldn't.
And
have,
it
but
spilled
yeah.
all over the back in the trunk in her Jaguar.
Oh,
And
Jaguar.
it messed everything
Jaguar.
up. So she came in and complained, and of course, I don't want to say the name, store manager where I was at,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
The good one.
So she's like, because she's all mad 'cause they were gonna she was asking her to pay the damages in public
the car.
for the car.
Oh.
So, and I was in charge of the front end at that time in that day. So, store manager told me to go tell all the baggers to remind them to make sure we keep the chemicals separate.
yeah.
Who did this? Like,
Yeah, like, they should know that already.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
not a fucking...
yeah, like keep chemicals separate because it's gonna
That could happen.
Yeah. Anyway, if they spill, whatever, you want them in their own plastic bag.
Yeah.
So I went for half hour and told every bagger, make sure we're bagging everything separately. It's how you're supposed to do it. We just had this issue, blah, blah, blah. And I went through all of them. And while I'm doing that, they're looking at the camera to see who did it.
Was it you?
So after I got telling everybody, I walk into the camera room and they're looking and I see my back and they're on that aisle. And I look at them and I'm like, did I do it? And they're like, yeah, it was you. So this whole time I'm telling everyone what to make
You're
sure
the
they do
fucking
it right,
one.
and I did it. Yeah.
Shit.
Did you have to pay or anything?
No.
No.
Did
Publix
they pay?
would.
Did Publix pay for it?
I think they did. Yeah. But she looks at me and she goes, you're supposed to keep those separate, right? after I had the job of telling everybody,
For like an hour.
And you were the one.
and I did it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, girl, coming up through the, I
Fucked
came
up.
up as a bagger. I mean, you know that. So how the hell did you not know that?
Fucked
You
up.
fuck up, yeah.
Fucked up.
Oh my god.
I did not know. I knew.
That's what
I
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm busy.
Sometimes you're just in a
Russian, I
rush.
guess.
You're in a
Yeah.
rush. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many stories. The Canadian has one interesting where, our thing is customer service, and we'd like to be nice to customers, but in his story, I think being nice to a customer kind of burned him. So please tell the story.
Yeah, well, I wasn't that nice. It's just standard, every customer you see that comes close to you, you're supposed to say, hey, you need help with anything, or hey, is everything all right?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. So I'm on autopilot, just stocking cereal. And I got a decent looking girl walks by, like, hey, how you doing? I'm still looking at the shelf, not even looking at the girl. And she says, taken, and keeps walking. I'm like, did I hear that right? Like, what? Excuse me? You just say you're taken? Like I'm trying to hit on you? I dumbfounded. I actually thought I heard it wrong.
And you didn't go up to her and say, excuse me, like, I'm sorry. You just
No,
like,
she was already gone.
kept
She already left
walking.
the aisle because I was just sitting there. I was like stunned. Like, did I actually hear that right? Like, you talking about the movie or?
Unbelievable. Like, I mean, that's why I you have to be friendly, and I say hi to someone. Like, I can tell, you guys can tell. Someone's like this, walking around, and they're like, oh, where the
Yeah.
fuck? You're like, hey, can I help you with
They don't
something?
know where they are.
Right, they don't know where they are. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, can I help you? But there's others, like, they're going to walk by you. I'm not going to say, oh, hey, how are you doing? I'm busy. I'm doing shit. It's not like I'm standing there
Right.
like,
Do you
"Hi,
guys
can I
ever
help
get
you?"
the reply of, I don't think you have it? Like,
When you ask them to try to help find something.
yeah, it's okay, I don't think you have it.
Oh.
I'm like, well,
Okay.
can you tell me what it is?
All right. How about
All
we
right.
help you?
Yeah. Now that I don't care anymore, I'm like, okay, yeah, we probably don't.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I was like, yeah, you're right. We don't got it.
I got...
I was like,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you're probably right.
Okay, so I got one. There was a few weeks ago, and in fact, the guy in produce. I wish we kind of like joke about it every time I see him. So I'm walking out. I'm leaving the back room, going like produce is to my right, dairy is to my left. So I walk out as a girl. She looks a little disheveled, and she looks at me. She goes, do you work at Publix? And I kind of look. I stare for a second. I look down.
In your shirt.
Yeah, in my shirt. I'm like, yeah. And she asked for something. I'm like, yeah, it's over here, such and such. So she walks away. She goes to produce. And then I see her later walking back towards Frozen, and she still looks a little disheveled. And I'm just like, I think something's wrong with this lady. So later on, the produce guy was there, and he saw the whole thing, and he was just laughing. He says, I can't believe this lady asked you that. Like, I'm like, yeah, I felt like I'm saying, no, I like wearing a green Publix shirt and one lighting.
I like to dress up as an event when I go to Publix.
Yeah, when I go to Publix, I can like act like I'm helping people. Bro, this is like the stupidest shit. Like, yes, I work for Publix.
I put this apron on to pick up chicks.
Yeah, I like putting the apron on. Like, no, I like fucking, this is my Halloween costume. I just wore it on a Saturday night. You know, today I got asked today, do you work in dairy? Again, I'm stocking fucking creamers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And then she asked for something. And
No,
You want to hear this? Look.
Yeah.
I was walking, so I was on my lunch. So I just clocked out. My apron's off. I'm holding my apron. I'm wearing my Publix stuff, but I'm walking. And she's like, this customer walks up to me. She's like, oh, are you on lunch break or something? She said that. She's like, are you on lunch?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay. Can you help me find this?
Just in case.
Like, goddamn, like, yeah.
Why'd you even
no.
ask? Why you even bother asking?
Right? Just say,
Doesn't
can you
matter.
help me?
Yeah.
Oh my. Were you outside? Was this outside or inside?
It was inside. I was
Okay,
walking to get
God,
food
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, it's great when you hold
I hate
your
that.
food already. You got your drink.
I
You're
hate
in the
that.
register. Hey, are you on lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, where is this?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, okay. Why'd you ask?
I still help them, but a lot of times like, oh, such and such can help you. You know, oh, I got someone here
yeah.
can.
At some point, you just don't care.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Well,
try
you have
talking to
those
them.
days.
I'm like, I don't want. No. But I can tell. I don't know if you guys have this, but I have like the sixth sense. I'll have a customer corner of my eye, like I can see them. I'm stalking.
Oh, they want to come talk to you.
But you can tell. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, this customer's gonna ask me a question.
Yeah.
I just have that feeling. I see them walking. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna fucking talk to me.
See them looking around. You see them look at you.
and they come up to
Yeah.
you and they talk.
It's
Do you
the
guys
same
get
one.
that?
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah?
It's weird.
You know.
It's weird. It's like
It's
they're
like-
gonna ask me. I know
So
they're gonna ask
in
me a
my
question.
insurance place now, we're at the bottom floor, but there's like this. So if you walk into the building, there's like this lobby area with the elevator before you get to our door, which is the office.
Yeah.
So we get people all day coming through that first door to go up the elevator, but sometimes just it's so weird, dude. The way the door opens, I'm like, they're coming in here, and they'll come in. It's the weirdest thing ever, dude. I don't
It's
know.
like you know it, right?
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like
know
that
what it
sixth
is.
sense.
It's
It
so
happens.
weird.
It happens all the time. And 9 times out of 10, it's the truth. They'll say, "Hey, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that," and it's like, you know. But anything else? Anything else you guys can remember offhand? I know it's hard when we press you.
I had something today.
ahead, Godfather.
A customer that is like a know-it-all.
Oh, I hate
yeah,
those.
you get
Don't you
those?
hate those? I buy it here all the time.
Well, no,
yeah.
this is different though. This is different. This guy came up to me. He's like, "You got a Rida fast fries?"
Oh boy.
Probably
Like,
had it yesterday. Had it
happened
yesterday.
yesterday?
Might have been the same person.
It's the
Yeah.
same guy.
Might have been the same fucking guy.
He's like, "Well, you got the truck in. Well, how do you know when we get the truck in?" I wanted to respond back to him like,
I work here, fucker.
we don't have no truck right now, and
I know when the truck's coming.
it's like, yeah. So
that
I
was
says to him, I go, "Well, we don't have it in stock," and he shrugs his shoulders like, and he walks away. He's like, "What the?"
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
people
Are you
come in
kidding
like,
me?
"Oh, do you have this?" And we're like, "Oh no, sorry, we're out of that." They're like, "Why not?"
Why, yeah, why don't you
What do you
have it?
mean? Because people bought them all. That's why. Like they're not here anymore. That's why we don't have them.
I got it.
Like, what do you want me to say?
Yep.
It was bad in COVID when customers like knew when the trucks came in. Sometimes they sit in the car and wait for a Publix
Yep.
truck to come by.
And you couldn't tell them. A lot of times they were telling us,
know.
don't tell the customer when the drugs are.
But at
coming.
some
Oh, yeah.
point, they learned
Yeah.
when
They
the
figured out
trucks were
somehow.
coming in, and we had piles of people, like a good line of 10 people by the back door, waiting for toilet paper to be wheeled out. And if you didn't have anything, they'd be like, "Hey, I know your truck's there. Where's the toilet paper?" Like,
Where's the toilet paper?
Whenever,
warehouse
wait.
cut
whenever
it.
at Kenner, whenever we get anything, they just roll out the float with toilet paper.
Yeah,
just leave
you
it
just
there.
leave it there, yeah.
People
Let
come
'em
pick it
go.
up.
Yeah.
10 minutes, they roll the empty cart bag, and then,
Come back and take it out empty.
like,
Yeah, COVID was fucking nuts.
dude, we had people at 7 a.m., 6:45, waiting at the door.
yeah, oh yeah, there'd be lines.
Yeah,
like a
that's
fucking
so,
amusement
dude,
park.
like, what is this? I know.
Ready to go. Oh, I'm ready for my toilet paper.
Side note: I don't think any of you were here when we had a fake bomb threat.
Oh shit.
Like here, there was a bomb threat.
Yeah, it was in the meat department. Someone dropped like some type of object,
Right.
and
Unless somebody saw it.
yeah, somebody saw it.
They
I
thought
think it was one of the managers who was like beeping and stuff, and people thought it was a bomb.
What the fuck?
So they actually like emptied out the entire store,
right.
and like news
Yeah, right.
came, police came. We were all out here for a few hours, and it
Bomb
ended up
at
being
the
like a
Big
can
T.
of something.
Yeah, like a Jack in the Box or something.
Yeah, some fucking kid toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we had this old lady with her daughter come in right in the front end, like right, in front of all the registers. Was pushing her cart and slipped or fell or something,
Oh,
hit her head on
lawsuit.
the ground, blood everywhere. Dude,
Lawsuit.
I walked in
Lawyers.
from getting carts, and I look. It's like a murder scene, dude. This old lady's on the ground, a pile of blood. People are screaming. I'm like, what is going on? I'm at Publix right now. Not a fucking.
That person got some money, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
There was something on the
Some
floor,
lady
yeah.
dropped a can of peanut butter on her toe, and her toe was bleeding, and she was the most dramatic person I've ever seen
Oh,
in
of
my life.
course. Yeah, in the
Sitting
store.
there, call me an ambulance, pay for it, pay for my this,
did.
that,
And they did.
Fucking
and they
drop
did.
it. Oh
And they
my
did.
god.
They'll pay, dude. They call the ambulance, they pay for everything.
There's a reason why all these parking spots don't have the parking bumps anymore, because we kept getting a lot of old
people hit
people
'em?
tripping over them. There was one that I was helping that tripped, hit his head on the other one.
Oh, he tripped on it.
Yeah, he tripped on it and then hit his head on the one on the spot.
Uh-huh. And I'm sure
next to
the,
it, yeah.
the owners were like, no, we're not
like,
paying for this.
so we brought him inside back when the pharmacy was like at where the cards were. Sat him down over there, got him bags of ice, and after that we got rid of him.
1 year, I was working in dairy. This was down south. So, somebody falls in Frozen. Bust their ass. And this is one of the reasons why they changed the rule.
No wonder why we got our floats taken away.
Yeah, but this was like back in 1997. Yeah, I've been in public a long time. 97, 98, yeah, you weren't even around. You were up there.
Jesus
You were in
Christ.
Canadian
I wasn't
heaven.
even around.
You were in Canadian heaven.
Years before. me.
Years before. Yeah, you guys were not even thought.
Shit.
So the lady busts her ass. So we go there and help her. We get her a chair. While we're setting her up in the chair, and there were cell phones at the time, yes, people had cell phones. While we were helping her, that bitch was on the phone with a lawyer.
That's awesome.
While we were helping her.
She was ready for this shit.
She was already
She was-
ready.
she
She
was
was
looking
already
forward to it.
She was already coming up with numbers. I remember I'm hearing her talk. Yeah, let me talk to my lawyer about it. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna and they had to pay her. I don't know the end result, but they paid her because she fell. When you fall in a store, and it's not if it's our fault,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna pay.
That's it.
Yeah. The
So,
company's
those
gonna
people,
pay.
and they take advantage. People.
Of course, they take
I
advantage.
would. Are you kidding me? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
If there's water in a store and I
yeah.
fall, I'll fuck. Yeah, I want some money, man. Shit. I see the water, I'm going right towards it.
My neck and my back.
Yo, fuck.
I'm hurting. Oh, my neck, my back. Oh.
That's what they do. No one gets up and like, no, I'm good. No,
No,
I'll be fine. I'll walk
What
it
about
off.
customers stealing, like especially meat? When it's even
I've
like
seen
a
it.
$4 steak, where the hell do they freaking put that shit down their pants or
Yes,
something?
yes.
Oh, you know what's
Yeah.
popular?
Yes, colors.
Baby cards. People stuff shit under like strollers.
Oh yeah, they'll hide it in the shoulder. They'll
Yeah.
put it under the blanket with the
Yeah,
baby.
they always tell us like keep an eye on the
was,
strollers because people would put blankets under there and just walk out with
walk
a whole
out.
bunch of shit under there.
I was a bagger for one time when there was a lady that shoved a prime rib in her pants. Tried running out of the store.
What?
Did they chase her?
How bad do you want
back
it?
then we had a lady.
Good ass prime rib right there.
Shit.
Back
Hey,
then,
that shit, that was
Better
a
cook
good
that
dinner.
shit. Better cook that shit real good.
Oh, she's cooking that. She's walking in the car. She's cooking that. She's shopping.
Well done.
back then we
It's
had a
well
lady that used to walk
marinated
around
out
the
of
store.
Holy shit.
Oh god.
That's disgusting.
Back then we had a lady that used to walk around the store for loss prevention.
Yeah. A lot of
And,
stores have that, yeah.
So I remember being a bagger and seeing her run after the lady at the front of the store and just tackle her to the ground.
They tackled her.
Yeah.
They took them seriously back then, bro. You couldn't.
You can't do that shit now at all. No.
Yeah.
They don't.
And
get sued.
the loss prevention lady
I was
actually
like,
got
fuck it,
pepper
let 'em go.
sprayed.
What?
The loss prevention lady actually got pepper sprayed. In the
Jesus.
same act.
By the
Yeah.
thief,
Shop-
or the shoplifter.
It was an old lady that was doing it.
And let me tell you, the old people, they're the biggest thieves. You talk about, man, you're destroying that 12 pack.
Are you? Oh my
Dude,
What
God.
are you doing? Just
There's
rip it, take one.
There's like these ridges to open it. It's not working.
Yeah, you don't even use the
Can't
ridges.
even
You
open
rip it
a
aside.
fucking
I'm sorry.
I got a fucking knife right here.
Again, I'm good. That's a good segue. I don't know about you guys, but like when we're open boxes, you know, some of them they give you the little ridges, they give you the perforations.
God, I'll destroy that
Do you
shit.
use the? Because I don't.
No.
No, I just tear through it like an animal.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, back you knew me when I used to get mad.
Oh, this
back
guy,
when I first
the Canadian
started.
was mad Canadian.
Back when I first
God.
started, and
That's why this helps.
Get so pissed
I was
off.
working with one of the older guys. You know, aisle 2 and 3, the fucking psychopath.
Oh, the Irishman.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We'll call him the Irishman. The Irishman.
And I'm out there, boxes just aren't open. I'm like, fuck it. So I'm just tearing them apart and throwing the shit. And he comes over and like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? There's cardboard everywhere in the aisles. I'm like, dude, listen, it wasn't opening, man. It wasn't opening. And he's called me Wolverine for the next couple months. He used to piss me off. I'd just tear it.
Yeah,
I have a box cutter too, but I didn't use it.
Yeah, the Canadian has a
What was it
temper
the
at
other
times.
day? Like,
Not anymore.
we're
Not
so,
anymore.
We're so used to like.
He's getting
crushing
sucked.
on
He's
the
getting sucked out of his
boxes.
neck. Here's that joke. Here's that joke.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's
Somewhere else.
Hey,
like, it's in your mind.
hey, hey! Now we'll get that story after.
No, we're not getting that.
Oh,
There's no
damn it!
shot.
Damn it! This is a Freaky Saturday. Well, we
Maybe.
do Freaky
Is
Friday.
it?
I remember like
Hey man, we do Freaky Friday episodes, so we'll take it. We love sex stories. Go ahead. Go
you
ahead.
know,
I'm sorry,
it's so in our minds to like,
Joey
just,
D.
like
I gotta tell you at least.
it's so in our minds to like just instantly destroy boxes as soon as you're done with them. That
Well, yeah, you wanna
someone
flatten 'em.
when someone asks you to like, hey, can you repack everything in the back? You kind of forget to like.
Oh, you're like,
Save a
fuck.
box.
Yeah. Hey everybody, thanks for listening to that bonus episode here, talking about the Wikipedia. I hope you enjoyed the stories. I know I love talking about the stories and telling you guys all about what goes on in the supermarket. And there's many more stories that we have. That was just like a snippet, a small snippet. Again, thanks for listening to the Fam 305 special bonus podcast episode. You can find me on Twitter at Guru_305. Also, the Fam305podcast.com is our website. On my Twitter, if you go to my Twitter account, on a link tree, there's all kinds of links to go to different podcast sites, even buy merchandise. All right. So again, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Fam305.